Sound test. Sound test.
Nice.
What's up, Scarecrow? How are you, buddy?
Nice. All right. So, I hadn't really streamed since I finished the Batmobile on Saturday. And next week, moonshine. I did a little drinking earlier today myself. I had a buddy come in from out of town, and I don't usually drink, but we went over here to one of the bars near the house and had a couple drinks today. So I picked a smaller set for tonight, and so I'm kind of glad that I did, so that I could. Nice, you're building the Lion Knight castle. I am, like I said, I just finished up the Batmobile last Saturday, and next week I'm gonna start on the Daily Bugle on this Spider-Man build. Okay. I don't really know much about those castle sets, to be honest with you. I know there's a big part of the community that collects them for sure, that's really big into that. I did the Dungeons and Dragons set that they had, Red Dragon's Tail, which I believe is about to retire or is already retired. And that I did enjoy that. That was a fun shit. I mean, I will part with the Daily Bugle, but my thing is the minifigs that are in it. I'm keeping some of those minifigs. And so, yes, I do still have the D&D, and I would be willing to get rid of the D&D as well. And I would include all of the minifigures. There's probably one minifigure that I really like to keep, but nah, I'm okay with letting those minifigures go. So if you're really, yeah, we can talk about the D&D for sure. What other, are you on any other platforms besides Twitch? Are you on like Instagram or TikTok or Discord, huh? Well, I don't have a Discord. Oh, you know what? I do have a Discord. Okay. Yeah, we can talk on Discord. I will yeah, no, that's okay. I have a Discord now that I think about it, actually. I will invite you to my channel. Let me figure out, there's a way to message you on here, isn't there? Whisper or something, as they call it. Nice, brother. I appreciate it. I think there's a way for me to message you on Twitch here, and I will send you a link to my Discord server, and we can message on Discord about the D&D set. But for now, again, I'm taking a little break from the big stuff. I'm doing a local set that I got here from a local store of Myrtle Beach and Skyline. It's a short build. It's only 192 pieces. So I'm hoping I can knock it out pretty quick, because I'm pretty tired from drinking today. Okay, so it's all in one bag. And oh geez, is that a QR code? I think the instructions are a QR code that I'm gonna have to scan. So so this is kind of nice that it's a Ziploc bag. It's a printed Ziploc bag. That's kind of interesting packaging for a local store. Indiana, okay. No, not Florida, South Carolina. South Carolina. It does sound like a city in Florida for sure, but Myrtle Beach is in South Carolina. There's a, and I think Myrtle Beach is the only Myrtle Beach But there are some other similar sounding beaches. Yeah, so apparently this is the instructions for the box. So I was thinking there were going to be paper instructions in here for me to use. Let me get my iPad and see if I can scan this QR code. And see what happens. A scan, yeah. Well, you might have been right the first time. All right. Yes, I go here. No worries, no worries. And I need to. Where is my camera? There it is. Okay. Scan. Yes, go to that website. Okay, well this is kind of nice though. Although it would have been nice to have a printed instruction booklet. It is in color. I know you can't really see it, but for a local store, this is pretty sophisticated. Okay, well we can talk about. I mean, are all your sets built already, or do you have any that are still sealed new? Because what I need is content for the channel. You know, I gotta have stuff to build. So there's an interesting cloud piece that. I mean, supposedly all the pieces in here are official Lego pieces, even though this isn't a Lego set. I mean, let me see studs here. Get a little light on this situation. Yeah, I mean, they do say Lego on them. They are apparently official Lego pieces. So, oh my goodness. Okay. So I'm gonna have to do some separating here for a minute. It's not gonna be. All right, well, you know, we can talk about what kind of sets you've got and what kind of sets I have, and we can probably come up with some kind of arrangement that'll make both of us happy, I'm sure. Oh, let's keep the pieces on the table, please. Sorry, this is gonna get boring here for a minute because I've got to, these instructions, and they're good instructions, but there's a lot of steps right here on the very first. Okay, well, I could possibly end up sending you one for sure. This is actually the second set that the local store here has done, and I did not get the first set. I think the first set actually, to me, the first set looks cooler. It's more of a, this is like a shadow box or like a flat display or whatever. The first set they did was more 3D, I guess is the way to say it. And I tried to get them to get me a copy of the first set, but they said it was going to cost too much money. Like when they went back to price the parts that they had used in that first set, that it was like, 'cause I think they try to keep stuff like this around like a $50,000. I mean, not 50,000, like a $50 price point. And so this is what $50 gets you nowadays, apparently. But there's another local store up in Wilmington, and I went up there. Let me see if I can put my hands on that real quick. No, I don't see that set close by, but it's it's a set. It's a local set for the Wilmington store, and they have the USS North Carolina docked in their harbor. And it's a battleship, but it's a museum now. So their model, their little local set is the USS North Carolina. So I've got one of those as well. When I went up to Wilmington one day in the last month or so, I picked one of those up while I was up there. And I've tried to call around to some of the other local stores. Like there's one in Charleston, but they didn't have a local set, and there's one in like Clemson, but they didn't have one either. All right, let's see if I can get things going here. Thing a little straighter. Yeah, I think you're right. I think 10 cents a piece is kind of the price point that everybody looks for. If you go over 10 cents a piece, you're doing too much, and if you go over 10 cents a piece, under, then you're doing great. Oh geez. Okay, so is it one of these? This maybe? Yeah, that's it. When I was up in the Wilmington store, they had the Simpsons house sealed in box on the shelf, but it was they wanted like $8.50 for it, I think, and I didn't think it was quite going for quite that much money. I thought it was more like in the $400, $500, $600 range, maybe. I guess I could be wrong. Okay, there's got to be one more piece this color, and I'm just not seeing it. That's gray, that's gray. That's 210. And I mean, I would love to have that Simpsons house, but not for that much money, especially because there's so much brown in it. And I've never experienced it happen to me, but I've heard a lot of people, warn others about how brittle the brown gets after a certain period of time. It gets brittle and cracks and breaks on you. All right, is this the piece? No. cannot believe I'm having this much trouble finding this piece. All right, this is what color it is. Well, I'm about to just move on and maybe I'll find it later. Yeah, see, I really haven't been collecting that long, so I don't really have any experience with that brittle brown or whatever, but you know, they still have some Simpson sets out right now, like the Quickie Mart, and I think it'd be awesome to have the house, but I'm not gonna pay that much money. First of all, even if I wasn't worried about brittle brown, I wouldn't pay that much money. And I believe that, you know, Lego will still replace the pieces for you, even, you know, though the set's been out of production for this long. I think that Lego will still honor their replacement part guarantee or whatever. But I just, if I'm gonna pay that much money, oh wow, you have been collecting a long time then. If I'm gonna spend that much money, I don't want to have to deal with waiting for stuff to come in the mail from Lego. And so I think these are some of the hotels, like the Skyline in the background. It's kind of a basic set, but for what it is, it's good. Okay, so oh, so you don't think they would honor the replacement part guarantee or whatever if you lost her? You think they'd say no way, it's too late for that set? I thought somebody had told me that, you know, no matter how far out it was, that they would, but they were probably just talking, just saying stuff to be saying it. Huh. I mean, I know they put a limit on like certain sets on their own website. Like if you go to Lego's website, it's like, you know, you can only buy 5, and I mean, it does sound odd. I mean, imagine if they probably have some kind of reasoning behind, but it does seem sketch. Yeah, I can totally understand why you were not excited about answering their questions on that kind of stuff. Two at a time. Yeah, so I mean, I don't understand what kind of behavior. I mean, I guess if you're ordering over and over again, I don't know. Like, I don't know Like I never understood if it was 5 per household. Like if we both lived in the same house and I got on and ordered 5 to be delivered to my address, and you got on 5 and ordered 5 to get delivered to your address, and we had the same address, would they say, well, no, that's too many, you can't have that many of that address? Or I don't know how, or like if I get on and buy with one credit card and then log in with a different email, and pay with a different credit card. I mean, I have mad respect for those people that do. If you're doing a MOC, my own creation, I am mad, because I gotta have directions. I just don't have that kind. I mean, maybe after I do this for longer, I'll develop some sense of how to do that better. But I gotta have directions. I can't. Yeah, I mean, I really love it when the directions, or I really hate it when they don't have the 3D model. Like sometimes you'll go to use, I like to use the Builder app because it's got that 3D model, and sometimes you go and look the instructions up and they don't have the 3D model in there, and it's just like a PDF of the, it's just like a PDF of the instruction booklet, and I like to be able to manipulate the model and turn, that you can manipulate it and zoom in, zoom out, and flip it this way and rotate it that way. And I found that to be extremely helpful when I'm building. So I have that issue with some regular builds, so I can imagine what those MOC directions without the 3D models. And Thanks. Yeah, I'm trying to move on through this thing. It's not that complicated of a build or anything. It's just kind of like a Skyline set, like kind of like that Batman Skyline, Gotham Skyline set. It's not, like I said, that's why I was trying to get the other one because it was a more 3D set. Okay, did I put all these pieces in? I need. I still haven't found this one piece down here that I hope it's not missing. Starting to think I might have used the wrong color down there altogether. We'll figure it out as we go. There we go. Oops. I think this is gonna be like for the waterfront down front, maybe. I thought maybe I might have seen a little waterfront area down in front of the. Okay. Ah. Yeah. So we're gonna get this thing up on its that's what all these translucent blue pieces are for, is the water. Have you seen what some of those guys are doing now with the nets, with the Lego nets and the translucent pieces, and the way they're making water features? And apparently, because they're using the official Lego nets, it's considered a legal building technique, I guess, or whatever. I mean, people come up with some really awesome stuff. Oh, geez. If I find that piece after this, I'm not going to be able to put it in. I'm going to have to... Well, I can take that bottom part off pretty easy. There it is. Okay. No, something's off. I used the wrong piece there, something. Yeah, this Saturday I'm gonna do the mid-scale Millennium Falcon on Saturday. I have the huge Millennium Falcon because they said it might retire this year in December. So I went ahead and got that, but I'm probably gonna wait until like Christmas time to start that. I think maybe like the day after Christmas, I might start streaming, building the huge Millennium Falcon. Just start streaming it one morning and just work on it as much as I can work on it every day, all day long and see if I can finish it like between Christmas and New Year's. See if I can get it done in like one week or something. But yeah, so I also have the mini, not mini, but mid-size Millennium Falcon. And so I was gonna do that on Saturday. And then I'll be back next week because there's a new Spider-Man movie that comes out next week. So I was gonna do that Daily Bugle set next week when the Spider-Man movie comes out. I mean, is it still, I thought is that not retired already? I mean, is it still available? When is it supposed to retire? Because I also have the vintage, like I have a lot of big builds that I have to get through right now. And so my backlog is pretty big. And so I was trying not to spend too much more until I at least got through some of my backlog. Yeah, man, I just don't see it happening, brother, to be quite honest with you, bro. I just can't, especially not right now. I mean, maybe after I get through some of these other big builds that I have to get through and I can get some of them out of my house. You know, I might be able to. Yeah, I mean, I've definitely seen some photos of it on display, and it definitely does look like an awesome build. I've got I think maybe there might be a mid-scale one on the market right now or something. I might have a copy of that back there, but I just don't see me spending that kind of money on, I mean, even off of Bricklink, I don't know. Yeah, I'm very upset about Gringotts Bank. I've been on the hunt now for Gringotts Bank for 3-4 months maybe, and I mean, I went so far as to like sign up on the website for, yeah, I mean, we're not just talking about like $100 on top of retail, you know, we're talking about, it was already an expensive set, 400 and some dollars, and they basically doubled the price. I mean, the price is getting up there over 800, close to $900. And I mean, to me, that's just absurd. And I don't understand why Lego is going through with the retirement when the set is in such high demand that it sells out within hours of every single restock. But there was a restock last week, and you know, I signed up for email notifications. I didn't get any email notification. I didn't know about it. I mean, I'm just not terminally online. I don't sit online all day, every day long, clicking refresh to see if there's been a restock. And, you know, I got home later in the day and there were all kinds of people posting all over the internet about how they had ordered theirs. And I mean, I even saw people who were like, I got 5 on the way. And, you know, I was like, God, I couldn't even get one. And it just seems like, you know, they should extend the retirement date on that one. Or I understand it's been around for a long time, but I haven't been collecting that long. I've only been looking for that particular set for about 6 months or so. And it's been basically out of stock that entire time. Like, there hasn't been a single time when the around 1,000. Oh, it's all the way up to 1,000 already. Yeah, I can believe it. I can believe it for sure. I really think they ought to just announce the retirement state's been extended and kind of blow a hole in all those people's plans, but I doubt they'll do that. All right, so I need 2 of these, 2 of these. Where's the other one? All right, well, I'm gonna have to, oh, found it, jeez. I don't know anything about Ninjago, to be honest with you. Ninjago. I've never been into Ninjago, and yeah, I don't buy used minifigs, period. I mean, if there's a minifig that I can't get in a current set, I'm not gonna pay some ridiculous, but I know nothing about Ninjago. I've just never, I guess that was after my time or whatever. But I'll tell you, I'm super excited about these Dragon Ball Z sets that are supposed to be coming out this. I don't think they've officially announced it, but they basically officially announced it, I guess. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there are some DBZ sets that are coming, supposedly. Yeah, the X-Files, that's an official announcement. That's got a release date and everything. But these Dragon Ball Z sets are supposed to be coming next year, I think. I mean, I was a huge X-Files fan, and so there is a part of me that wants to get it. But at the same time, like, what the heck do I want with Yeah, the Pokemon's another one that I just never really was into Pokemon. Like I just don't know much about Pokemon. I'm not gonna be buying many Pokemon sets, I don't think. Um, yeah, yeah. The coolest thing about the X-Files set to me was the minifigs. There was a minifig of Fluke Man, and I thought that was a pretty cool minifig. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm an X-Files fan of the early seasons of the TV show and whatnot. But what do I want with a model of Mulder's office? Like I just don't see the appeal in the alien. There you go. Yeah, yeah. I mean, what do I want with Mulder's office? I mean, the alien saucer floating above with the and what do I want with Scully's lab? Like Scully didn't even spend a lot of time in the lab. Like the number of scenes that were in Scully's lab during the first however many seasons. I mean, that wasn't something she really started doing until like way late in the. But I think that's what the gift with purchase is Scully's lab, and I don't know. So wait, how does that? I don't understand what you're showing me here in these directions. That doesn't make sense. I mean, I guess I'm gonna put it. All right, no problem, bro. No, that can't be right. It's gotta be over here. Yeah, that looks more right. Okay. Okay. Okay, well, you could have had me put these two pieces on before you had me put that thing on. Okay, what am I doing wrong here? Thank you. Jeez. Cannot get this piece to straighten out. There it goes. Yeah, it shouldn't be much longer now. The instructions are telling me that I should be doing all this while this piece is attached to the model, and I'm like, no, I'm not. That's not the way it's gonna get done. We're gonna do. Oops. I was feeling pretty good about this build until this part. This is not the best design. They could have given me some more studs to connect that to, made that connection a little bit stronger. That's right, she needs to work to afford all these Lego sets for you. Tell her to put in some overtime. Daddy needs a new Lego set. Yeah, you gotta wait for that kind of stuff to go on sale. That stuff the retailers will put that on sale eventually, like Target, Walmart. I mean, yeah, you know, a lot of people say that, and I don't disagree with you, because I think there's definitely some truth there. But then I've also seen some analysis that people have done where they've, like, you know, adjusted for inflation, and you know, it kind of shows that the prices kind of stayed stable. Now I don't know what to believe. I haven't done my own analysis of the numbers or anything, but yeah, I mean, just everything with inflation these days, everything is costing way more than. Yeah, on more than double the price. Jeez. Oh, I'm never gonna get you straight, am I? Alright, I think all I got left now is the sky wheel itself. Yeah, looks like we're moving on to the sky wheel. I mean, if you got that much money in a computer, like, what do you need? Do you need that much computer for work, or are you just gaming with it, or just using it to? What do you need that much computer for? Because that sure does sound like a lot of computer. Just gaming. I mean, listen, if you spend that much time gaming, it's worth it to put a little money into your setup and make sure you've got the best. I guess you're not supposed to put one there. Yeah. Hmm. Wow. Yeah, that would be a dream to have for sure, and I'm definitely jealous of that. I do have like the mini NES that they re-released, and the mini SNES that they re-released. Okay, all right, I might. How badly do I wish that I had held on to my original old NES system and Super Nintendo system, but did not hang on to it, unfortunately. Like a laser tag? Oh yeah, I got you. Right. Yeah, I played some of those Aliens and Terminator ones at the arcade at the Dave and Buster's. All right, so that one. Jeez, bro. You must have that lady working overtime. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, if you guys are all playing together, then that counts as good quality family time. Really? Okay. There probably are some legitimate. That was a good idea, smart idea for a curriculum. So what'd you put them on, like the old Flintstones and He-Mans and? Dark, okay, yeah, all right. See, when you say classic retro cartoons, in my head, I think, like Inspector Gadget and Danger Mouse and, oh, geez. Rocky and Bullwinkle and, yeah. The original X-Men television show and Batman the animated series and. All right, so have I done it all now? So I gotta do one more. Yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for sure. Transformers, the old original Transformers cartoon. But yeah, Dragon Ball Z is supposed to be a full theme coming next year with multiple sets. Is my understanding. I mean, I could have it wrong, but. Oh, okay. So this is a little there in the picture. There's a little Cybertruck mini build. There's a Cybertruck sitting on the street here in Myrtle Beach. So this is a little Cybertruck mini build here that I'm about to pull off. Yeah, I wasn't gonna say anything. But I bet if you'd written fuck, it would have auto corrected it to duck. Bastard. All right, there it is. If I can get the windshield on, and if I can get the back on, boom, the tiniest little Cybertruck mini build. They don't spin. They're just for looks. The wheels don't actually spin. Oh, that's pretty good. I like that. All right, so that's going on the street right here. Boom. And this cloud goes up here. Well, I say it does. Yeah, there it goes. And then this nameplate, which is nice, I was about to say they didn't give us stickers to stick. It's a printed piece, but it's not a printed piece. It's a sticker. They just stuck it for you before they shipped it out. So anyway, but it is its own custom little nameplate here that says Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I popped that right in there. I never found that one little piece that I couldn't find when I started the build. Let me make sure it didn't. Let me make sure, where's the bag? Yeah, so they jipped me out one little piece, but it's not really that visible. It's right down at the bottom of the. Okay, but here we go. These blue skies. You got a cloud in the sky. These gray and tan buildings back here are some of our high-rise hotels, and then we've got the sky wheel here, which is pretty iconic. It's this huge Ferris wheel. If you're driving downtown Myrtle Beach, anywhere near the ocean, you can't miss seeing that huge sky wheel in the sky. And this represents our slingshot, which you may have seen some videos of a slingshot online where two people get in, there's rubber bands, and it's literally just a slingshot, and it slingshots you up, and you bungee jump back and forth a few times before you finally come to a stop. And then we've got our little Cybertruck here on the road. I guess this is like a light pole with a road sign is the best I can determine, which would make sense. The Cybertruck is on, this is the road here. And then we've got some water features down front here. The slingshot connection is not very good. They could have done that a little bit better, but. And then these clear transparent pieces down here for the beach, for the ocean. I guess this is supposed to be kind of like the boardwalk that we have. The sky wheel is right there on the boardwalk. So no, I'm not going to be buying your AI viewers. Thank you for offering me AI viewers, but I will decline your offer of AI viewers. So. Okay. All right. Well, that's it, man. I hope you enjoyed a little break from the big, huge Marvel and Star Wars sets. But I'm gonna get back into it this weekend, this Saturday, with that mid-scale Millennium Falcon. Let me see if I can put my hands on that real quick. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get with you on Discord. I'm not sure that I'm gonna be able to get with you tonight, brother. I've got to get to bed and get up in the morning. But I promise you, we're gonna talk on Discord really soon for sure. I definitely want to talk to you more about that D&D set and whatever the other set was that we were talking about. But anyway, this is the Millennium Falcon that I'm gonna start on Saturday. It's 921 pieces, so I'll probably get on like 2 p.m. Eastern Saturday afternoon and work on it for like 3 hours or so, and then I'll probably take a break for a couple hours, and then get back on Saturday night and try to finish it up Saturday night. And so I think the box is in really good shape. I think this will be a fun little Millennium Falcon build, and so hopefully, yeah, come check us out on Saturday, and I will message you about Discord very soon for sure. All right, man. Well, thanks again for hanging out, and I hope you enjoyed. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed seeing our little local set that we have designed for us here, and talk to you soon. Have a great evening.